on our A post down there. We will wander a bit, we will pace, but this, my friend, is where we are. Then we will get coffee. I suppose that this is your home section, the old master paintings? I tell her yes, I believe so. Then you are lucky, she continues. You'll be posted in other sections too eventually. One day ancient Egypt, the next day Jackson Pollock. But dispatch will post you here your first few months, and after that, 60% of your days. When you are here, she stamps twice. Wood floors, easy on the feet. You might not believe it, my friend, but believe it. A 12-hour day on wood is like an 8-hour day on marble. An 8-hour day on wood is like nothing. Pfft, your feet will barely hurt. We appear to be in the high Renaissance galleries. On every wall, imposing paintings hang from skinny copper wires. The room, too, is imposing, perhaps 40 feet by 20, with egress through double-wide doorways leading in 3 directions. The floor is as mellow as Ada had promised, and the ceiling is high, with skylights aided by lamps pointed down at various strategic angles. There is a single bench near the center of the room, upon which lies a discarded Chinese language map. Past the bench, a pair of wires dangle loosely toward a conspicuously empty spot on the wall. Ada addresses it. You see the signed paper slip, she says, motioning toward the sole evidence that this isn't a shocking crime scene. Mr. Francesco Granacci was hanging here, but the conservator has taken him in for a cleaning. He might also have been out on loan, under examination in the curator's office, or having his picture taken in the photography studio. Who knows? But there will be a slip, and that you will notice. We pace along a shin-high bungee cable which keeps us a yard or so from the paintings, and enter the next gallery under our watch. Here Botticelli appears to be the famous name, and after that there is a third, smaller gallery dominated by more Florentines. This is our domain until 10 a.m., when we will shift to the 3 galleries beyond. Protect life and property in that order, Ada continues, beginning to lecture with uniform staccato emphasis. It's a straightforward job, young man, but we also must not be idiots. We keep our eyes peeled. We look around. Like scarecrows, we prevent nuisance. When there are minor incidents, we deal with them. When there are major incidents, we alert the command center and follow the protocols you learned in your classroom training. We are not cops, except for when idiots ask us to be cops, and thankfully it isn't often. And as it's the first thing in the morning, there are a couple of things we must do. Returning to the Raphael Gallery, Ada gets on her tiptoes to stick a key in a lock and open a glass door onto a public stairwell. This done, she casually steps over a bungee cable, a startling transgression to witness, and drops to her haunches beneath a heavy golden frame. The lights, she says, indicating switches in the baseboard. Usually the late watch, that's the midnight shift, will have turned them on, but in case they haven't. She depresses a half-dozen switches at once, and we are standing in a long, dark tunnel. Renaissance paintings turned into silvery muddles on the walls. She flips the switches up, and the lights kick on, a gallery at a time, with surprisingly loud ka-chunks. The public starts trickling in about 9:35. Our first visitor is an art student, judging by the portfolio under her arm, and she actually gasps to find herself all alone. Perhaps rightly she doesn't count Ada and me. A French family follows in matching New York Mets caps, which they likely believe to be Yankees caps, the more typical tourist choice, and Ada's eyes narrow. For the most part, our visitors are lovely, she admits, but these pictures are very old and fragile, and people can be very stupid. Yesterday I was working in the American wing, and all day long people wanted to seat their children on the 3 bronze bears. Can you imagine? With the old masters it's much better. Not so quiet as Asian art, of course, but a piece of cake compared to the 19th century. Of course, everywhere we work we must look out for unthinking individuals. You see, right there. Across the way, the French father is reaching over the bungee line, pointing out some Raphael-esque detail to his daughter. Monsieur! Ada calls out, somewhat louder than she needs to. S'il vous plaît, not so close. After a little while, an older man saunters into the gallery, wearing a familiar suit of clothes. Oh, good, it's Mr. Ali, an excellent teammate, Ada says of the guard. Ah, Ada, the very best, he replies, catching and adopting her cadence. Mr. Ali introduces himself as the relief on our team, Team 1, Section B, who is pushing us along to our B post. Ada agrees.
To keep listening to this audiobook for free, click the link in the description. It will take you to a free Audible trial where you can listen to this and many other books for free for 30 days.